Hey, what's happening, everybody? All right, last night I made a video talking about why you don't need to buy an iPhone. You need to buy the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra if all you are looking for is a standalone device. I got some people in the comments going kind of wild. I mean, there's some cuss words and all that, and my YouTube studio filters out that stuff, so I had to go and actually see what was being said, and I was like, damn, look, it's 2024. We're not over here trying to kill each other over these phones, right? But let's get completely real here. Say you're only going to be able to purchase a phone. You're not over here purchasing a computer, an iPad, a tablet, nothing else. You're not worried about what earbuds, what AirPods you're using. You're using your phone as a standalone device, for one, and this matters, right? Imagine if Samsung released the phone next year and it only had the features that you get with an iPhone. That would be horrible. It would be useless. But Apple iPhone gets a pass every time with the lack of features. And then everyone talks about privacy, right? You got to be kidding me. Because let me tell you something. If the government really wants to get into your phone because there is something going on, they're going to get into the phone. You're going to give up your password, or they want to access your messages and information. The carrier has all that. You're not getting away with anything, all right? So this whole privacy this, privacy that, it's only convenient to Apple whenever it's convenient to their money, to their bottom line, to the shareholders, all right? But look, I want to break down a couple things real quick. You're in the market for a phone. You're only going to buy a phone. You're not buying nothing else. Check it out. And you're going to be using said phone for the next 3 or 4 years, 5 years, right? So here's the deal. You're trying to figure out, am I going to get an iPhone? Am I going to get the Samsung? Number one, you see the way I have mine set up, right? This isn't like for styleness, right? This isn't because I want to show off a wallpaper. This is functionality. You see how I have my edge bar right there? Easy to pull out, right? I got everything I need right there. Or if I don't want to mess with the edge bar, bam. Functionality. I can reach whatever I want to reach just like that. Also, watch when I turn this way. See how it doesn't go into landscape. But say if I wanted it to, you come over here to settings and you have further things. And look, this isn't just about some useless customization like you're over here messing around like with a launcher, right? You're not trying to mess with icons. What you're doing is making your phone functional. iPhone doesn't let you do that. The iPhone 15 Pro Max costs $1,500, but it doesn't let you make it productive. It doesn't let you make it yours. And for example, like I just showed you, the whole turn into landscape mode, rotate to landscape. I don't like that. All right. But say you wanted it to be like that, then boom, you do it like this. Next thing you know, there you go. You're good. Right. Also, the whole thing about buying a computer, because everyone says that's one of the things about buying an iPhone. It's just a block. It's a puzzle piece to the Apple ecosystem, right? Well, whenever you purchase an S24 Ultra, guess what? You have Samsung DeX. You basically have a computer. And I don't want to hear people saying, no, it's not that good. It's not that. I use it all the time. I have a completely separate setup. And I'm still kind of old school. I got a plug and play setup that I use, but you can do it all with Bluetooth now. Where's my mouse at? I'm not going to do it now in this video because it would take forever. But it connects seamlessly to all of your Bluetooth devices. So say you're running Samsung DeX and you're running everything Bluetooth, you can easily do it. All right, it just does it like that. So this basically kills two birds with one stone, right? So you're over here like, well, I just want to use this thing as a computer and a phone. You can do it. Not a big deal at all. And the next thing that I think is like one of the most important things that you can have is the way you can set up your notifications, the way you can set up your sound, the way you can set up your display. Samsung lets you do all of that. It's almost like Apple, and that's another thing too. Like if you use the Google keyboard or the Samsung keyboard, you're allowed to cuss. You're allowed to use cuss words. But if you're over there on an iPhone, Apple's over there treating you like a toddler. You can't use the F word. You can't say anything. You can't even. There's so many words you can't say over there. And it's to me, it's useless. It's useless, especially if you're going to be having the phone forever. You don't need a phone that's going to be constricting you, confining you. No, you want to purchase this right here. And no phone is perfect. iPhones have issues. I have to restart my iPhone every once a week, and it's getting kind of old. Or sometimes it won't even charge. And I've heard it all before. Oh, you got a defective unit. Blah blah blah. No, every iPhone I've had has had issues. I am a hardcore power user. And over the years, and especially now, especially the last couple of years, I feel that I can more effectively multitask on a Samsung Galaxy device versus an iPhone. An iPhone, they always talk about how fast the processors are. Well, I don't think so. I mean, have you ever edited a video on an iPhone? It takes forever. All right. It's the same amount of time back and forth. It depends what you're doing. All right. Same thing with navigating your iPhone, with going here, going there, whatever it is you're doing. It doesn't feel fast. And I hear every excuse in the book about how, well, iPhones are optimized. No, whatever. They're optimized to be slow. If you're into speed, if you're into productivity, if you want to be able to use whatever apps you want to use, whatever browser, say you need to sideload something, then look no further. All right, look no further. If you're looking just for the ultimate flexibility, the Swiss Army knife of a phone, and you want to make it productivity for yourself, you want to make it productive for yourself, this is what you need to do. Don't look any further. You can customize all these buttons, and yes, on an iPhone you can customize the one, but it's not the same. You don't get the same levels of customization. And like I said earlier in the beginning of the video, it's amazing. Like, so say you go and you buy a $1,400 S24 Ultra and a $1,400 iPhone 15 Pro Max. The iPhone 15 Pro Max does not have the features, but they get away with it. It's so ridiculous. Everyone's over here like, oh, I use iMessage. It's like, get over it. The blue bubble days, I mean, come on. That has to get already like smashed out the way, swept away now. All right. But imagine you're paying all that money and you do not get the level. And this isn't, like I said, useless customization. This is stuff that's actually useful to people. All right. You do not have this level of customization on an iPhone, yet you're spending that kind of money. You want to spend your money on this if you're going to spend the money, especially if you're going to be using this as a standalone device and you're going to be keeping this device forever. Don't make a mistake. Don't be dumb. All right. Look at this, the vivid mode and all that. Because, some of us have eye issues, right? Some of us, don't exactly have, so you got to customize it so your eyes enjoy what it's looking at. Like for me, boom. I enjoy the vividness. I enjoy my white balance. I enjoy the cool display. I don't want a warm display. I don't even want the display to be in the middle. iPhones are like right there in the middle, right? I can live with it. I don't like it. I prefer this. I prefer mine to be boom, super cool display versus a warm display. And Samsung lets you do that. And especially if you go over here to all of your accessibility modes, all the, let me see, come up, you go to your accessibility. Samsung has way more accessibility features for people that need these things, for people with, disabilities and stuff. Samsung makes it a lot better. It's a win-win, right? It just straight up is. And for those of you that are like obsessed with like file transfers and all that, I'm going to give the win to Samsung again. Let me see. Can I open this and see? Well, I don't know. Let me see here. Let me scroll up a little bit. I prefer the Samsung file system. I'm all about the Samsung file system. I call it the Samsung file transfer system. For me, it works a lot better and it's more efficient and it's just quick. All right. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for quickness. Like I said, I'm looking for productivity. I'm looking for productivity is the name of the game. Even if I'm just having fun, I want to be able to productively have fun. I want to be able to do whatever I need to do on the phone and be cool. And look. Got all the Samsung apps. People talking about bloatware. Well, it's bloatware if you don't know any better and if you don't have a brain. But at the end of the day, Samsung makes highly effective apps. And by the way, you can delete most of these. You don't need to keep them on there. It's not a big deal. So you don't need to be crying about bloatware anymore. And people might talk about the partition and the storage, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? You have 256 gigs, 512 gigabytes. Those days are over too. Yes, I wish Samsung would bring back the SD card. That's not the point here. The fact of the matter is, if you're going to be buying a phone, and this is going to be your everyday phone for the next 2 or 3, 4 years, you want to get this right here. That way you're not constrained. You want flexibility, and especially say you travel a lot, and this is going to be the device that you listen to music, you watch videos, you're recording videos, whatever it is you're doing. This is the device to get right here, because it's going to offer you the flexibility. It's going to offer you so many different options, and options is the name of the game. Speed, people, speed, flexibility, and you got to be able to change with your environment. And the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, it lets you do that seamlessly and effortlessly. If y'all have any special requests, hit me up in the comments. I'm here for that. I love doing special requests. Thank all of you for watching. And I will Catch all you in the next one. I'm out.